Hi there YouTube, Big G back again with another video, and this time a bit of an unboxing. A lovely big package has just arrived. It weighs an absolute ton over here, and we'll go through it, full of some retro goodies that I managed to pick up locally and a new system that I'm very excited about. One of those, I actually did a video at the beginning of the year or end of last year where I said the systems that I'm after for 2016. This is one of those systems that's in here. So I've been after this system for many years, never come across it in the wild, never seen one on an auction site locally or anywhere here in South Africa, and a little bit too expensive to pull in from the UK, where it was very popular. So I won't spoil the surprise, but otherwise I'm very chuffed about finally getting my hands on one of these systems. So without further ado, let's get stuck in and see what I managed to pick up. Okay, so let's get into it. Now this came off a auction site, a local one here in South Africa, and at first I thought I wasn't successful. I bid on the items and somebody else got them, and then before I knew it, it was back on the auction site. So obviously the deal had fallen through, and I was fortunate enough to pick it up. So let's just start off with few of the small little goodies that are here. Now these are brand new, still in their packets, rolls of paper for a ZX Spectrum printer. Now I remember this from back in the day at school. In our computer lab we had a ZX Spectrum 48K, and the computer teacher, out of his own pocket, because back in those days, you know, the schools weren't really that well funded, he had to go buy his own printer, and I remember them printing on this, I think it's a thermal paper, it uses heat, and it was absolutely mind-blowing to see images from the screen that was printed on this paper. So a lot of nostalgia with that. And let's have a look, let's see if I can, I'll tell you what, there's so many bits and pieces over here. Let's have a look. What is this? Okay, here we have, I must say, nicely packed, and these are micro drives. You can see over there, whole lot of micro drives. Sir Clive's little innovation that didn't take off, just didn't do well. Nobody loved, well, I never really heard any good things said about the micro drives. I would love to have had micro drives back in the day. As it, even though they say it's quite slow, it still loads games a hell of a lot faster than what it was from tape. Okay, what do we have here? Aha! There now is the little printer for the cartridges, for those paper rolls. So, little ZX Spectrum printer, just as I remember it from back in the day. And you can see it over there, and there's that paper. I wonder if it still works. I must really try it out sometime. And it still looks like in rather good condition. So very chuffed to have this now in my collection. And yeah, let's get to one of these babies. Obviously the main reason for me purchasing this, I'm sure by now a lot of you have already guessed what it is. Popular in the UK, still popular on the net. I mean, there's still quite a few user groups, and there's still some software being released for them. So it's got some die-hard fans. And there we have it. Finally, I have a Sinclair QL. Sir Clive's swan song, the last machine that he brought out, and that once he'd sold his company to Amstrad, they stopped making them, which was a pity, because I really like the look of these. I mean, it's small, it's compact, it's got the two micro drives over there. Not sure, it actually looks like it's in pretty good condition, so I'm not sure if it works. going to definitely try it out. Let me just put that one down there. So I actually managed to pick up 2 Sinclair QLs. So at least I'll either have one for spare or for parts. Maybe I'll sell off one of these if I've got one. Maybe they're both working, because they actually look like they're in pretty good condition. No real marks or defects on them. I mean, have a look at that. It actually looks really good. And they are complete, and they don't look too dirty inside. So my Sinclair collection is now almost complete. I think the only machine that I'm missing now from my Sinclair collection is a 128K plus 3, the one with the little hard drive in. So that's the only one that I'm missing now at the moment. So that'll have to be on the next bucket list. And this is, I think this is, there we are. I'm actually not going to open, I'm going to leave it in here. This is actually a spare membrane. There it is there, membrane for a QL, because like all of Sir Clive's computers, they suffered from membrane failure. And let's have a look, what is this? Okay, so here we have a power supply. No wonder this thing weighed a ton. So one power supply. Let's see if this... I would love to have found one of these out in the wild, but as I said, they're just not... Okay, these must be... Are they legs? Maybe they... these are... I think these are stands. I think these are stands that go in underneath the QL. It's the only thing I can think of. Let's have a look. Turn the QL upside down. Maybe they go somewhere here. Looks like it's got little... Ah, there we are. That looks like it. Maybe it goes in there somewhere. I'll have to fiddle around with that. It's actually smaller than I thought. I expected it to be bigger. Now if I grab one of my 128Ks, so here's a 128K, it is slightly bigger than the 128. Okay, with the tape deck. Oh, let's have a look. What else? What other goodies? Now, I think this is the software that came with the QL. The QL sold with sort of an office pack, a spreadsheet, a database, a word processor. So what's this? Backup Quill Easel, Quill Abacus Archive and Easel, and then a couple of others. Okay, obviously there would be two QLs, and another spare, and another spare, so a lot of spares. Obviously whoever owned this didn't have a lot of faith in the micro drives and had a lot of spares. Now here we have okay, these are actually labels, so it's a pack of labels, still sealed, for the micro drives. So it's got all the stickers and then the labels that can be... Okay, let's just open it up. Now I'm not sure if you... there we are. So there's the Sinclair labels for the micro drives. I'm not sure if you get an SD solution for a QL, because I doubt that... well, maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe the micro drives still work, but from what I've read, they do fail. Maybe they're working. Maybe I got lucky, because I'd love to load up some software on this. Now this is a little add-on adapter that I saw that was part of the kit. What it does, I have no idea. From what I've read, this was to fix some of the errors, I think, on it. It sort of gave like an expanded, and it still looks almost brand new. Electronics. It's like a plug-in peripheral that goes onto the QL, and then it expands the super basic and fixes a lot of bugs, and I think sort of a almost like a dongle type fix, I think, for the QL. And I know when I looked on eBay, these were pretty pricey on eBay. And here we have, or is this the item that does that? I'm not even sure. Maybe. Oh no, this is also another peripheral for the QL, and this was for a external disk drive. There we go. And let me put that somewhere safe, because I'm hoping to get that up and running. And then the documentation, all the books. I always wonder whether if Sir Clive had done a better job on his marketing and actually got the machine ready before he announced it. Okay, so there's a whole lot of books. Sinclair, what is this? Okay, this is for the QRAM RAM-based utilities for the Sinclair QL. I think it's for the disk drive. Yeah, I often wonder whether the QL could have been a bigger success if they had just fixed a couple of the problems. QL Super Basic. I remember reading about Super Basic. And fourth user guide. Another manual of some Text 87 manual, must be for word processor. And then the Sinclair QL series. Okay, some books. Oh, we're getting down to the depths. Okay, so now this is quite a hefty beast. So, and again, also in really nice condition. Really nice condition. You can see there. Doesn't have any scratches on it. Really, really good condition. So I'm hoping that this is actually working, because this is an external disk drive unit for the QL, for those that didn't like the micro drives. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to get this up and running. It looks in pretty good condition, so I can load some software. Also weighs an absolute ton. So overall, I'm really chuffed with this pickup, because not only did I get two systems, I got all the books, a lot of software, the cables, and a couple of add-on peripherals that you don't normally, that would normally go missing in somebody's collection. And they really look, so another QL, the word processing, maximize your QL assembly language, programming, and another QL book. Love getting the books, always nice to read through the history. What is this? Ah, look at that, from the Sinclair user. 50 tips for better Sinclair computing. I wonder if there's any tips in there for the Sinclair QL. So let's take that off. Over there. And last few things. Okay, this is for the ZX printer. So this is the little manual for that ZX printer. And now into the cables. And I'm hoping all the cables are here so that I can test these machines out. Especially tomorrow. Tomorrow is a public holiday here in South Africa because it's a voting day. So we all get to vote. Not that it makes much of a difference. So there's a RF cable. That looks like a printer cable of some sort. Maybe, I'm not sure. Another RF cable. And another RF cable. This will be for the disk drive. And audio cable. So I don't see anything to hook it up to SCART or to a VGA or anything like that. I'm not sure if there's any solutions to that. But I'm still very, very chuffed with this pickup. I mean, two Sinclair QLs. I mean, these are... It's the first time I've held a QL. Lovely to have it. Hopefully they're working. Going to give them a good clean out and see if I can do a couple of demos. And that's another system off my collecting bucket list. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, really chuffed with this pickup, and I'm sure I'll get a lot of fun and actually enjoy playing around with these Sinclair QLs. So Clive's swan song. to computing. And cheers from me, guys, and keep it retro.